Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Rich. Name of the channel is Rich the Return Rider. For all of you guys that's here for the first time, thanks for tuning in. For all you guys that's return viewers, guys, I appreciate you coming back. For all of you guys that have subscribed to the channel so far, guys, leaving comments in the comment section below. I love having interaction back and forth with you guys. I'm learning so much from you guys. It is absolutely amazing. All right, guys. So today we are here. We are in Gainesville. I'm on the 2019 Honda Goldwing manual. And what we're going to be doing today, guys, is I'm going to be doing my little review on owning the Goldwing for a little over a year. This is about a year and a half now. I've owned the motorcycle. And you know, guys, I'm not going to do the whole walk around and review stuff. There's so many videos out there like that. I've recently encouraged one of the YouTubers that I've subscribed to, Doug Morgan, I think is his name, and he has done an awesome job of his little review and walk around of this motorcycle. Pretty detailed. What I love about his is the fact that he's able to make the comparison from, I think, a road glider, if I'm not mistaken, Harley Davidson, to the transition of his Honda Goldwing. And he has also chosen the manual, but probably for different reasons than I have. If you guys have watched this channel before, you guys know I've did a video, manual versus the DCT, and why I chose the manual. Now, guys, I have ridden that DCT. It is absolutely amazing. It's an awesome motorcycle. But again, guys, getting back into riding, there's a certain amount of experience and stuff that I wanted to gain, and getting back into riding motorcycles, and the manual for me was the way to go. But again, guys, no dispute on whichever motorcycle you chose, and for whatever reason you chose it. There seems to be a little bit of a debate going on about egos and so forth as far as choosing the manual over the DCT. Guys, when it comes to riding a motorcycle, leave your ego at the wayside. After taking the courses and so forth that I've taken, guys, the one things that I came to the conclusion of is that I know very little about riding a motorcycle. But anyway, guys, so let's have this little review as I leave Gainesville. This is about the most traffic that I will be riding in. I've done Bike Week, I've done a lot of different rides, so you know, and you want to see most of my videos are riding out in the country. I can ride out in the country for hours and many destinations that I'm going in this region that I live in. So you know, so far the struggle of having the manual is not at this point of concern. Let's talk about the things that I like, the pros and cons of this motorcycle for me getting back into riding. And if I had to do it all over again, would I have chosen this specific type of motorcycle? Now, guys, I have been out. I have rode, I haven't ridden the Challenger, but I have rode Indians. I have ridden Harleys. There's a couple of different bikes out there that I rode. So the question is, would I have chose, or would I again choose this Honda Goldwing? So first, let's talk about the cons, guys. Getting right to it. Finding a competent mechanic to work on this technical motorcycle. Now, we know for almost every place we turn here in the US, we can see a Harley Davidson dealership. So one of the concerns I have, guys, is as I start to get out and travel more, if something happened to this motorcycle, am I going to be able to find a reputable dealer with technicians that know what the hell they're doing? I'm sharing a little bit of my experience. And I got this motorcycle. The cruise control didn't work on it. After months of trying to get someone to diagnose what the problem was, we eventually found out that either the prior owner or someone that has worked on his motorcycle. Guys, we're getting ready to jump on the parkway, so I'm going to lower the helmet to see how the mic works. I'm using the Purple Panda, and I'm using an external recording device, the Tascam DR05X. So yeah, finding a qualified technician that could work on this motorcycle is a concern. I struggled in the past to do that when I first got the bike, when we were trying to diagnose the problem with the cruise control, like I said. And all it came down to, guys, was some accessories that were added to the motorcycle that wasn't properly installed. The CAN bus system on these new motorcycles are a pretty technical and sensitive electrical system. And if you try to tap into that system or do some of the old backyard mechanic stuff, you're gonna have some problems. So once we disconnected, on the back here is a hitch that I bought the motorcycle with. Once that hitch was disabled, and the motorcycle also had a tracking device that seemed to be improperly wired, and once those things were removed, I had cruise, man. So one of the things that I have decided, I do have a little bit of a background working on my vehicles and so forth, is to assume some of these repairs and some of the accessories that I'll be adding to this motorcycle man, guys, even in tour mode, this motorcycle gets up and go. I didn't even have to switch that bike into sports mode. I didn't have to downshift it from the 6 gears. Just freaking, this bike hauls the mail, guys. That we'll talk about that a little later. But anyway, guys, somebody to competently work on this motorcycle. That's the first problem that I've encountered. The next problem would be, for you guys that are watching in my videos, know that I'm a big fan of the concourse. I do buy into the fact that most of the techniques involved with riding a motorcycle starts at slow speeds. Again, I use that scenario, you got to learn to crawl and creep, walk before you can run. And a lot of us out there, guys, we out there running, but we don't know how to creep and crawl. Operating these motorcycles at so slow speeds, to me, is a priority, and I'm always going to be promoting that on this channel. But protection for the motorcycle when and if you drop the motorcycle. For any of you guys that have been riding for years that never drop a motorcycle, man, you got to be real good, because I don't think I'm the worst rider, and I have dropped my motorcycles on multiple occasions. Well, mostly on the concourse, but occasionally had a drop slipping in some sand, especially with the boulevard. But this motorcycle, guys, Honda does not offer very good protection for if you drop this motorcycle and it decides to go a little further than you would expect it to. In other words, if this motorcycle goes over for a nap, guys, it is probably going to damage some stuff on it that is not cheap. I'm talking from experience, guys. The bags, possibly your mirror, and could also take out a couple of things. I was lucky in my drop. If you look at the Robert Simmons video, wow. So yeah, protection for this motorcycle. Harley has it. I was recently at the concourse in the BMW. One of the guys that was at that course had it. Now I have hunted down some protection bars from a place called World Moto, and that's what I currently have on the bike. There's a video also about installing those if you guys are interested. But guys, find something to protect the motorcycle so you can go out and practice and be efficient on the bike. So that was my next problem. Honda does not provide adequate protection for the motorcycle. The next thing is, guys, there's plenty of plastic on this bike. Unlike the Harleys, one of the YouTubers call it fantastic plastic. I don't know about all of that. The bike is absolutely beautiful. I love the way it looks. But disassembling stuff on this motorcycle all requires you to do it in a certain sequence. And if you try to snatch the parts off this motorcycle by just pulling clips, you're going to break essential clips that you need to keep the bike together. when I first got the bike, the first day I had the bike, the battery that was sold with the motorcycle was a piece of crap battery. So I had to install a new battery, and that was pretty challenging, guys. But the panel on the side of the motorcycle that housed that battery requires you to move it in a certain order. And when I took mine off, I realized that panel, that side plastic, was already broken. Now there's a way to swing that thing down when you're moving it, and if it's not properly removed, you're gonna break some clips. I watched some other videos, guys, on removing the front fairings and so forth, and I also realized that that thing have to slide forward out of a slot. I haven't had to do that as yet, but I'm studying piece by piece the way to remove these panels. There is a PDF file out there, manual on how to remove the body parts of this motorcycle. I'm going to recommend that you guys either download that, look it up, or if you intend to do anything on this motorcycle, that you actually look that stuff up. Otherwise, you're going to be breaking plastics off of this motorcycle left and right. The last, but not the least, is the maintenance for this motorcycle. So far, oil changes and, you know, I haven't changed brake pads or anything as yet, but all those things seem to be pretty easy and accessible. You know, easy maintenance. But let's get to the beast of this motorcycle that makes absolutely no sense to me. Your air filter, guys, on this motorcycle is buried down inside the motorcycle. You almost have to completely, from what I've seen on videos, disassemble this bike just to change the air filter. And I'm getting on about 8,000 miles now. I bought the motorcycle at 4,000. It's about time for that oil change. But at 16,000 miles, guys, I am going to have to be looking to change the air filter on this motorcycle. And one person said about 3 or 4 hours. When I talked to the dealers, they said it could be 8 to 10 hours moving all of the stuff it takes to get to that oil filter, to that air filter. So I'm already starting to study how to pull this thing apart so I can take that you know, task on myself. Like I said, guys, I have done some mechanic work in the past. The biggest job I think I have done was a head gasket on the Toyota Supra Turbo. And man, that thing took me a while. Well, not only in just getting the parts, but having the heads and everything prepared. But anyway, so yeah, guys, so that's the next thing. The filter, air filter on this motorcycle is absolutely a beast to get at. All right, so those are my cons about the bike. Now let's talk about the fun that this motorcycle has provided to me. Like I said, guys, when I got back into riding motorcycles, and this is going on 1.5 years now for this bike, probably almost 2 years now for the Suzuki 2012 M109R. I have done a clutch job on that motorcycle. It's been pretty easy. But man, the difference between the bikes are night and day. That V-twin feeling that provides you the thump and the torque and the power, that is so enjoyable on the M109R. Probably some of you guys Harleys, especially you guys with the stage kits, man, that stuff is thrilling. With the Honda Goldwing, guys, I have recently had the opportunity in New Jersey, to drive what was one of my dream cars, that 488 Ferrari. Turbos. Pretty quiet engine. Putting your foot down on the accelerator. Oh my God. Guys, that thing was an absolute blast. And that is what this motorcycle feels like. A convertible 488 Ferrari. But guys, I'm out today on throttle therapy. The 2019 Honda Goldwing, guys, is an absolute blast. For all of you guys out there that are horsepower guys, that's into your cars, your performance cars and so forth. If you ride motorcycles, guys, go take the opportunity to test ride the Honda Goldwing. Put it in sports mode and just twist the throttle, man, and feel this thing accelerate. It brings a smile from ear to ear every time I twist the throttle in sports mode on this bike. Now, I rarely ride in sports mode. The touring mode on this motorcycle offers me as you can see, there offers me plenty of acceleration to pass. The economy mode on this motorcycle is an absolute pig. It is a slouch. So is the rain mode. But again, guys, we know what those modes are for. And at gas prices ranging at what they're ranging at today, I might start considering using that economy mode from time to time, as long as I don't have to overtake trucks and so forth. But this bike, man, offers the best of both worlds. You can get out, you can be comfortable and cruise, or you can twist the throttle and be in the world of performance. What first attracted me to this motorcycle, guys, was lots of the things that I didn't even know about it. When I saw the motorcycle, I knew Honda always made great products. I mean, from cars down to lawnmowers. I knew if I bought a Honda, I would be getting a nice and reliable motorcycle coming from a world of sports bikes. But when I saw this slimmed down version of this generation Goldwing, guys, it started ticking the boxes. If you look at the motorcycle from the front, it looks like a sports bike. If you look at the motorcycle from the back, it looks like some kind of an exotic car. Well, it's probably looking more along the lines of that Acura, you know, and I'm not necessarily talking the NSX or something. I'm talking maybe, you know, but guys, this to me is a great looking motorcycle. For a lot of the folks that are owners of the previous generation, they have a little bit of an adjustment seeing this motorcycle, the slimmed down version. They realize that they're giving up some luggage space. And, you know, all of that stuff is understandable to me. But I'm coming from the world of sports bikes. You know, I've recently been over to Cedar Key to the beach, something that I intend to get out and do a lot more of. And, you know, pack some stuff up just to see what it's going to be like packing this bike up and taking trips and so forth. There's plenty of videos out there on using different bags and so forth on how to properly load the bike. You know, I'll get all into that at some point, but as of right now, guys, I am just getting out and enjoying the hell out of this motorcycle. You know, performance is awesome. The comfort is incredible. You know, I mean, what else can I say about it? I mean, I just listened to the motor revving, guys, and I hear that Porsche, that Ferrari, you know. You put it in sports mode and you get that little bit more of a growl. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys, I would love a little bit more exhaust notes we got on this bike, but it might be something that I might be looking into in the future. I've been researching some different exhausts for this motorcycle, and you know, again, something to deal with in the future. But as of right now, the 2019 Honda Goldwing manual, guys, check all of the boxes. It's been an absolute thrill owning this motorcycle. I'm pleased with it, man. And you know, getting out and touring and doing more things is part of the mission here at hand. You know, this channel took a little different a different route. We had my wife there that was getting ready to learn to ride. Don't know what their intent is on the future. We've been back on vacation from New York, and she has been COVID positive now. She's finally negative, but you know, had experienced a little bit of that virus that's been taking so many of us by surprise. And well, I shouldn't even say by surprise, but anyway, guys, so yeah, you know, thanks to my daughter Janelle, took great care of her while she was isolating herself from the rest of the family for a little while. But happy to say, guys, she's back at work. She's asymptomatic, and you know, our journey resumes. But anyway, guys, just out today for a little throttle therapy, and decide that I would do a little review on owning this 2019 Honda Goldwing after a year plus. And guys, like I said, it's been an absolute blast. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Like I always say in my video, guys, I don't care what you ride. Get out there, put some protection to your motorcycle. Get out, do these slow speed advanced safety courses. And you know, guys, like I always say, man, it's better you drop these motorcycles on the concourse than to crash them out there on the streets. Rich, the return rider, out.